Greetings and welcome in, intrepid travelers. It's me, Dashboard Devil, and doing a late night stream on the weekend. Don't do a whole lot of these, but here we are, and we're going to have at it. I've got this ship right here. This is the latest build. Built it during uh, community late night this past Friday. I built it really quick. It's one of the fastest ones I've built. So we might tinker around with this one and then try something new, throw around some ideas. I'll go over some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, some found by other people, um, and one I kind of stumbled upon at the same time other people did. Like a lot of people discovered this one, and that's kind of incrementally moving things along. Um, and that's a pretty easy thing to do. Beeblebum put out a video, and let me drop that in the chat so anyone can go and check out Beeblebum. And he's got some great little videos about the Corvette so far. I think a couple of them maybe. Can't remember exactly. But the link to Beeblebum's um, YouTube channel is in the chat now for those of you watching later on. So let's jump into it. I don't know if we want to change anything on this or not, but we'll take a look. Why not? I was trying to get these parts right here on this lower plane down here. It just would not happen and still be in the center of that like that. I tried a bunch of different things. They were not working. But I ended up leaving it up there, and I think it turned out pretty freaking cool actually. But I don't like the weapons there because they do get in the way of the visual field of the cockpit. That's kind of interesting. That's a little better right next to the missile launchers. Concentrates all the firepower back there, which is nice. Frees up that giant hood ornament that really did get in the way visually. I do wish these parts kind of met together a little better than this. But, you know, as with a lot of things, we just don't, we are not allowed such luxuries. You can see how that part right there kind of goes up through and right in through that front part right here. So this is one of the reactors, and now it has an extra little cowl from that part right there. And it gives it a little bit of a different look. And you can see back here we've got another one without that cowl. And I got this reversed by doing a sort of glitch that Action Pants Gaming came up with. And I'll also put his link in the chat as well. Action Pants Gaming, worth checking out. He's got a great video, and I'll go over that a little bit later on when we start something new. Um, yeah, we've got, you know, your typical back entrance, ladder up to the top where the cockpit actually is. And I do like these parts and how that kind of ties in with this. Gives a nice gradual curve off of the back end. I could have flipped that around, and I did look at that, but I didn't like it as much. You can see it doesn't look right to me anyway. But these parts did get flipped around, and it does not affect the visuals when you're flying around in space, so that's cool. This looks a little weird with the what do you call it? Jet trail coming through the ship. It's kind of weird, but you know, it's fine. You can suspend your disbelief a little bit. It's fine. This is fine. It's all fine. But one thing I'm thinking about doing. No, that's not going to quite look right because I don't have another piece that'll go under here. So I was wanting to do this and do like a flip upside down and stick it on the underside of that part. One, it's not sticking, but there's remedies for that. Hey, learned hand, welcome in. How you doing today? Good to see you pop in. Okay, that's not sitting there. So what we're going to do is grab another hab unit, because a lot of times these will not stick unless they have the proper part to stick into. Then we can do this, flip that upside down. And these I've been having a real pain in the ass time with, but it just happens to be working. That's hilarious. Get that in place. Flip that around. There we go. It's actually working great. I love it. It's kind of weird how that sits down on the ground like that. Like these touching the ground doesn't bother me, but they're not quite actually touching the ground. So we're gonna delete that out of the way. I'm not sure what we're gonna, oh wait, I forgot. Gotta put that back for a minute so I can place the front part, which is why we did this to begin with. Is that in the right place? Yeah. Come up from above. Flip it upside down. Yo, sound author. Hey yo, saw some of your Corvettes on APG's Discord. Awesome stuff. Hey man, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm having a blast with this stuff. I've got a few others that I'm working on, but they're a little on the tedious side, and I don't want to do that on a stream. They're gonna be really cool, but I'm having trouble with some of them, or two of them I'm having real trouble with. I just don't have the quite the right parts and don't know the right tricks for utilizing what I do to achieve the task that I'm interested in. One of them I made, and we'll take a look at this one later. It's a giant Star Wars AT-AT. I'm still working on it. I want to improve it because while I like aspects of it, it's still going to take a lot of work. So right here you can see this flickering. That's part of the glitch that I was talking about. In order to make that part, this piece right here, flip backwards. And so, as I was saying previously, that is a glitch from APG, Action Pants Gaming, and it allows you to flip the part backwards so you can point forward-facing objects backward. And so I did that or backward pointing objects forward, like this right here. And then this one was the forward turned back. Hey, Starship Stoner, what's up? Bro, I need to be able to turn parts 90 degrees. No joke. 90 degrees, 45 degrees. Like, we should really get like 8 points to be able to rotate things around in. Like, seriously, we need 8 points. And then flip it upside down. And then, yeah, flip side to side. Yes. I fully agree with all that. I want to build a NASA rocket, but you can get the shape. Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of the things I want to tinker around with tonight is maybe playing around and trying to figure out a UFO. You know, we're supposed to be getting another cockpit. I've seen the thumbnail for it, and I know there's one thruster that you can already get in Save Editor, and I didn't have a chance to dig through that earlier in order to see if I can make that happen tonight. Yeah, so let's tinker around with this a little bit more. Okay, we've got the underbelly. Again, I don't like that hab, so we're going to delete that, but I need to figure out what we're going to put in there. And I think it's going to be one of these, but it should be shaped like this one, maybe the Speedbird fairing. Let's see if that... see if that'll fit in here. Oh, and we might need to... oh wait, it was in there. There we go. Yeah, now we got that nice rounded hull shape. So we just need to delete this other hab. Snap points and free placement. Yeah, there's yet another one that I'm stuck on because I can't get these parts, the propeller modules, in the right place, and I can't free place. I really want to free place the azimuth class reactor. Like, I need that in places where it just won't go. My dream is to build a Rick and Morty UFO. I saw you mention that before. Yeah, that'd be great. That's the ultimate Corvette. Oh, hey, Learned Hand. Thanks for the sub. Oh, wait. No, you just had to hit the sub button. I appreciate you doing that, though. I know you're already subscribed. Just had a momentary ADHD moment. Yeah, so let's get rid of this hab over here and grab this part. Oh wait, I forgot to add the color. Oh no, that's the correct color. And I forgot to copy it. Oh, copied the wrong thing. There we go. That's much better. I like adding those little details to the underside to give it that extra sort of, just detail adds dimension, you know? It's just good to add that kind of thing. Put an extra boost on it. Saucer parts would be awesome so we could build Star Trek-ish ships. Yeah, there's been, you know, a couple of decent, reasonable facsimiles out there, but we could really use something a little closer. I just got off work and I'm having a peanut butter and honey sandwich and some bee rips. Yeah. You know it. I had an edible much earlier. And yeah, I'm just in that right chill mood right now. One more thing I'd really like to see added is the ability to change the height of the landing gear. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't want to be so low to the ground. Yeah, that is kind of odd. I guess you could stack like, I guess the only thing you could really do is like drop a landing gear and then do one of these parts that don't occupy that same like largeness that a hab does. And you could do something like, let's see. What does that look like? Something like that. And then not all of these will take a hab on top of them, but that one will. So you've got, and then you can build around that just for show of instance. So you've got a lot more clearance underneath. So that's something that you could do. It's just a matter of finding the right parts. That isn't like the best part. It doesn't meld with the design enough, I think. But you can play around with it. That's a little bit better. At least it meets the thruster a little better. These edibles ain't shit. Accidentally builds Nokia ship. Was that you that did the Nokia ship? I saw that. I just fucking lost it. I love it so much. That was great. Like, I did see a Nokia ship. I also saw a giant middle finger. And yeah, there's some really fantastic stuff out there. Of course, the cockpit is right at the middle finger. It's hilarious. No, it wasn't me, but I saw it on Reddit. Hilarious. Yeah, just fucking choice, man. I posted my at to Reddit, but nobody really gave a shit about it, and most people didn't even recognize what the fuck it was. Like I get that I'm old and everything, but dude, how do you not know the fucking Imperial Walker thing at? Like, what the hell? We need the Chinese food truck from Fifth Element. Hell yeah. Open the mail, it says important. You are fired. Alright, but that's one thing that you can do to elevate the base. And then you can even do shit like, let's grab this part again as a for instance, and you can just drop that all the way around. And I haven't colored it like everything else. So you can do that. And then you can grab this piece right here. And do that. So you can do, what else? And then you just, like in the midsection there, you just slap a bunch of thrusters. And drop one of those pyro drives in the middle there. And then do the same thing right there. And then grab this part. That. Of course, everything's different color because I'm just copying some of the parts and then. So that kind of thing. And you can even do it 2 different colors. That's one of the things you can do. That's kind of actually a cool design. And you get this whole little flying ice cream sandwich looking thing. And then, oh, and then you can do this. You can put your, you can grab your reactor. Does anyone know if you can delete this reactor now? Because one of my builds, you couldn't do it. We did have an update, but I don't know if that was cleared out. Does anyone know? That actually looks really good. Then delete the habs and it's almost a circle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of sick looking. Yeah. Well, just for kicks, we'll put this one in the center. You haven't had any issues deleting? So what I want to do is delete those habs out. And then what do we shove in there? Is that gonna... Oops. More reactors. Looks like I'm pulling a trailer. That'd be funny actually. Make a little hitch-like thing that looks like a little... Oh man, you could do like... I've got one that looks like a flattened race car. And that would be kind of hilarious to have a what looks like a trailer being towed behind it. So what I want to do, just to see where we're at with this part, I want to save this, confirm changes. modify. I'm going to go back over here, pop this out, and then drop that azimuth class, because that looks better anyway. I love the vibe of that. And it even has a subtle animation, real subtle. You just barely tell that it exists. Alright, now I'm gonna try to... Alright, we can delete it. That's freaking awesome. That is so awesome. Okay. So now what that makes me want to do... is delete both of those. And then go for that reactor in the appropriate color. Oops. Alright, we got the right color. And I keep doing that. Why do I keep doing that? That's kind of cool. I don't know if I like that. What does it look like? Can I... The next thing is, can I use this part? Oh man, why do I keep... Because some parts you can lay over each other and some you can't. Oh, that's better. So you've got it on part of it. So you've got part of it sticking out and it kind of blends in the rest of the way. That's one of those little detail things that I like. No delicious issues. Put your weapons and reactors on the trailer. Oh my god, it looks like SpongeBob's car. SpongeBob drives a boat, doesn't he? SpongeBob's car. Alright, I'm going to get rid of all of this because that was just kind of a little demonstrating of what you can do to get that elevated off the ground. Okay, what else can we add to this? I still wish we could flip this upside down. That would be just so freaking dope. We cannot. I click in vain. Like in sideways? That would be so killer to be on the side of a hab. Hey, what's up, Sky Rents Repeat? Welcome in. Good to see you. I wasn't sure how many people were actually going to be up tonight. Oh, wait. Oh? How does that look? It looks okay. It would look better if I could mirror it upside down. Just want to find new and clever ways to add stuff. This was fun to drop on the top here, these little parts. that sort of like the narrower version of that part right there. What part is that? The Speedbird nacelle. And then that is the Vesper diffuser. And then this one, the Speedbird diffuser. And you can see the details that they have that are similar to that. And it fits in rather nicely from front to back. Like I said before, I wish they would meet together in the middle better, but you know. And I like it. It has that sort of raised hood on your custom hot rod. Oh, speaking of which, would a little V-twin engine thingy look cool? Sometimes that looks great, sometimes it does not. Fuel rods. Oh, that's going upside down. Oh, transverse mounted. Look at that shit. I think that's what transverse means. I can't remember. Okay, that's only going down. It is not. Oh, that's kind of interesting. It's a detail that most people won't see unless you're looking underneath the ship. Yo, Tactic, welcome in. Good to see you. A few might be up. It is the weekend after all. That's true. That's true. Just finished the expedition on PC and played late tonight, starting it on PS5. Oh, right on. You know they count for each. At least they did the last couple of expeditions. You do one if you have cross save. If you cross save your PlayStation account to your PC, the expedition counts. I used to do it on both all the time. But once I figured that out, I was like, man, I don't think I want to do it twice every time. About to do some catch pin glitches. May God have mercy on my soul. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, wait. Oh, no. It was in the cockpit. That's not going to work at all. That looks weird up there. Oh, that would also be blocking my my access point. I like having the top access point. The one on the back is only there because I have to have one. Not my favorite thing to do or to have. Oh, wait. Oh, it actually sit up there. I think that looks a little too gaudy. A little too over the top for that. I mean, it fits on my other ship better, but it's supposed to be over the top. Okay, I'm already liking this a lot better. The guns right there are great. They kind of sit right on the edge of the metal. But I'm not too concerned about that. Oh, what? Oh, we can put decals on later. I don't know what else we would put on this at this point, unless maybe a nose piece underneath. One of the things I don't like about these fairings is that they're all very square. The side pod, very square. Hard frame cowling. That's a slightly better. This one I think is the best when it comes to fitting in with some of these, but even that's not quite right. It just oh, that's not bad actually. I thought it was going to stick out more than the than the reactor. But that doesn't look half bad. It completes the look. Oh, but you know what? I'm going to try. Let's see if we can get this to work. I don't know if it'll snap underneath the reactor or not. But I was going to check out the fuel pod cover. Okay, I'm going to... Nope, that's not where I want you. Okay, so I'm going to try doing that. Put a hab down underneath. Now we've got something to snap the part to. Fuel pod cover. Let's see if it'll actually do what I want it to do. It should snap underneath there, but it doesn't look like it wants to. Like it should just snap right there. And that looks like it would be perfect. Or damn near close to it. Oh, did you, Starship Soda, did you put the lungs there because the sides of that looks like lungs? Or because you took that big of a rip and you're coughing right now? Which is it? Oh, I didn't know cross save did that. Thanks for that info. I'll check it in the morning. Got to get some sleep. Have a good stream. Dash. Bye all. Have a great night, Scott. Rinse repeat. I appreciate you coming in. Great to see you as always. Why is it snapping there? That's weird. Okay, so I'm going to try something different. Let's see if sometimes putting objects around, like HAD specifically, will get it to... It's not doing it. Oh, wait, there it goes. What? It's clicking in there? But not on the other side. Ah, that sucks, man. What the hell? What is even going on here? We can do that. Like, why can't I just move that over? Like, it matches fairly well. It's pretty close. One's more round and the other's more like oval shaped, but huh. What can I do to move that over? Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, I can move this over a half step, but it also moves it forward a half step. And so that misaligns it for other reasons. There's got to be a way to do that. I think I know I heard someone was able to figure it out, but I didn't get a chance to go over and actually see it for myself. So let's play around over here to... so here's one thing that... So you put that there. And let's go ahead and put another one on the back. So then when you pick this up, you can move it around, see, these different ways. And so that way it's a half step backwards, so it's in between those two habs. And then let's see what else we can do with this. So we can also lift it up half, and then it's on the same forward plane, but I need it to be just moved over a half step, just over to the left. That's what I need. Okay. What other parts do we have, and do any of them do the same thing? The small vent. So it's only doing that. It's doing just. Oops. Yeah, so it's a half step up and a half step over. Okay, so those parts are all just doing the same exact thing. What about this? Delete that out. Delete that out. Let's put another hab and let's move it out here a little bit. See if that helps what we're doing or no. And again, it's pretty much doing the same. Okay, that'll only snap to that. Is there anything that will snap to that cargo link? And this is how some of these glitches get found out, is just by picking everything up and moving it around and trying to see where it snaps and whether it'll snap on the part that you want it to, and what are the effects of doing so. I'm trying to remember. I think the antenna also was a thing that you could do something with. Yep, but it moves exactly the way everything else does. See, and you can see the corners overlap. Okay. What else we got? Deflector shield. Oh, whoa. That is actually green stating. So, what about... What does that do? Okay, those are on the same plane. Or they're on the same height plane. Going to delete. Oh, dude, I can't delete those? Weird. Why can I not delete that? Okay, that one I can delete. But I can't delete that one. Alright, let's just delete that one. Can we stick a hab? Oh, that's stacking in an interesting way. Okay, but that's still... Eh. Alright. This isn't always easy, but it's worthwhile if you find something that works. Alright, what plane is that on? Okay, that is forward and up. Let's go for a larger hab, because there are dynamics on the larger habs that are not included in the smaller habs. Look at that though. Okay, that's going underneath it. What else can we do here? And if you're just joining us, we're playing around with some Corvettes, like so many other people are right now. It's a ton of people. Yeah, he says Arcade. Welcome in. How are you doing, man? Salutations, travelers and interlopers. There was no Cacafuego. Zesty was not here this evening. And I'm trying to figure out possibilities for new glitches. Whoa. Okay, that did not green state. Okay, that's just normal. That's not what we want. We don't want normal. This is interesting though, that black panel on the habs, that is strange. It should not be like that. I feel like it's a little tiny car. Alright, and those don't stack on top of each other. So Scott was though. Yeah, Scott was. But he did not Cacafuego. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, he did start it. Goat Simulator stream where that began. Zesty uses it too because she was there. Oh, okay. My first experience with that is Zesty saying it. This reminds me of like Duplo blocks. Little car for Duplo blocks. Right, that's not gonna work. Alright, what else can we do with this? See if we can get any other parts to snap to that. Like that'll snap. Yeah, totally block the cockpit right there. Block it, just cut it right off. It's like this part will go on its side in multiple crazy ways, but there's so many other parts that we should be able to do that with, and we just can't. It's kind of ridiculous. My grandson finally fell asleep. I'm watching him tonight, but I'm too damn exhausted to play a game. Too exhausted to play a game? I have certainly been there, my friend. Okay, what other parts do we have? Cargo sphere. Yeah, I'm having trouble thinking of how differently this could go. Let's try some of these thrusters just to see if they will fit. Though I feel like something like these would be more likely to than that. Still nothing. Alright, we might scrap this for now. Oh shit. Oh yeah. The whole thing was to try to figure out why this won't just move over. Like, why won't that fucking move over? Got that. Oh, you know what? Let's try... Let's try one of these. Still has the... Oh wait, did I get rid of it? Don't tell me. Okay, that one. So some of these are have a second hab, like that. See all that glitching out? If you're not familiar with it, there are two of them in that one spot. And that was from APG. And let's see if we can utilize that to our advantage. Drop that. And by flipping its polarity around, we can sometimes get things to stick the way they wouldn't normally. And this was not behaving properly. We need that to flip around. Basically, we need this piece right here. And I think it's still not going to do what I want it to do. So it goes backwards in that, but it won't flip around forward. Unless it's to go the opposite direction of what I want it to go. See? Like it won't. I've tried so many things. And I'm sure there's a way out there to do it. I just don't know what the hell it is. Oops. Oh man. Don't do this to me. Okay, I know what's happening. Oh, no way. It's stuck. Alright. I have to get you out of there. Why is that one not doubling up? That's rather peculiar. That's so weird. There's something blocking it, I guess. Huh. Let's bring these from the other side then. What's the benefit of having two habs overlaid in the same location? So it creates more snap points for some of the other pieces and other design possibilities, like making a hab like a half a step thicker can add a bulkiness in the right way in order to get the other parts to stair step and meet each other properly. Like that's one of the things. The only thing is when the habs are doubled up, you can no longer enter the hab. It closes off the doorways. So once I'm done, I have to go in and, you know, open up all the places that I want to open up. Okay, that one. Why is that one not glitching? Oh, because of that part. Because there's already two objects in that space. Okay. Okay. There we go. There's that back in its place. Alright, let's try this again now that both sides are reversed or have a reversed component. And I'll also try another... There might be another part that's similar to this. So it's doing it backwards just fine. But it won't go. See, it'll turn that way. That is gonna drive me insane. Alright, I think we're going to, leave that for now. Because that's a pain in the ass. Alright, now we need the thrusters back. Arcadia heavy boosters. Alright, we do have the right color already selected. There we go. That is back in place. I'm still liking it. Like, it still looks really sweet. Alright, so is that hub doubled up? No. Alright, I'm not going to mess with that too much. I still have one that's doubled up right there in case I need to come back and mess around with that. I did want it in there though. Okay. Can't do it. Alright, so there's not an actual lot of hab space. Let's take a look on the inside. Yeah, I do like those upside down parts. Really like fills it out nicely. Alright, we've just got this one hab down here. Got that bright blue light coming out of it. That looks weird. Okay, we'll go upstairs. Rebuilt Hawk. And then we can hop out the top too. Let's see if we can decorate it slightly. Oh, we've got... Ah, dang, I keep forgetting that we don't have an actual build camera in this thing. But we can do this, maybe? This is going to be easier if I am not in the way. Does that work anywhere else? Not really. There's not enough flat surfaces anywhere. This makes me think of Jonathan Colton and Skull Crusher Mountain for some weird reason. Oh wait, does that... What does it look like? Oh look, it'll actually fit there. Okay, so I'm not just jumping up and down constantly. Try this. I don't know if you can see it very well. Gotta kind of struggle to see it, but it does add a little bit of interest to the front end there. don't know, we might call this one done for now and then start something new. And I can go over some of those tips and tricks to achieve what I've done here. Okay. I think we'll call it that for now. And next. Here's my first one, in case you're watching and did not see when I did the first one. I made Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. That cockpit just reminds me of Stitch. I mean, look at that. And then I put the tapered ears back. Came out pretty cool, I think, overall. Love that flying saucer section. I just wish we could do more with that. This was a good place to tuck those into, out of the way. This was before I learned any of the glitch techniques. It came out pretty cool overall, I'd say. Alright. But I think we will start a new one, but I have no idea what to do. I got no idea. Start a new one over here. So one thing you can do is when you start a new Corvette, you can actually come over here and take parts off that you would normally, like, it won't save without, you know, all those things, without the landing gear or a habitation module or a cockpit or a reactor. Like, any one of those things missing and it will not load up for you. It will not, you can't finalize it, rather. But what you can do is if there's any one of those things you don't want on it, cockpit kind of goes without saying, you have to have that no matter what. But if you don't want your ship to have a hab or guns, you can come over here and you can edit this ship. You can see it highlighting, and I can pick that up. I can't put it back down though. But you see, I took it off. It still has 2 other guns, but it still keeps it as though it still thinks that it has all of them. If I were to delete all of the guns, it would still think that it had guns, and it would be no problem until you went to go and edit it again. Then you're dealing with a whole other set of issues. Then you can't finalize it without that thing again. So you should be really careful how you go about doing that. And to make that easier to like, you'd want that ship up here since it's oriented back toward this half of the build map. Like right here, I'm just barely getting into it because it's so far back. Or you build your ship up front so you can reach it from here better. But anyway, so we're gonna move on to something new. And I thought I might try something just kind of weird. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It might look absolutely terrible, in which case, what color do we want to use? There's green, turquoise, and teal maybe. Oh, that looks interesting. Yeah, let's go for that metallic finish. Hard to beat that metallic finish. And I had this kind of weird idea. I don't know if it's going to work or what it'll look like. We're going to try it. And we're going to start off with, let's go with the Thunderbird class. I'm going to drop one of those on each thruster. And next we're going to grab, this is one of the tricks that I was showing a little bit ago. You basically get that ducting outlet and you put it right there. I'm going to put one right here because I can't remember which one of these it will attach to. I think now it's confused. Oh, wait a second. What I need is that. Because the one you want to move is the one that's attached. So we've got that. And we'll do that again. Drop that there. Move that. And it's just a matter of continuing to do that. And I want to make this sort of, it might kind of look like a 3-point pyramid or something. I just want to play with that kind of idea and see where it takes us. Ideally, it would be great if we could come up with it looking like a curved piece instead of just looking like this weird blocky thing. That's ideally. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Then we're just going to keep doing this until we get to the center. Oh wait, didn't put that on the proper side. There we go. And again, we're trying to get over to the center. Okay. Interesting. It did a full one up. Just want to check something, see what. Oh, check that out. Not too shabby. That is kind of cool. No, it didn't do a half step up, which is interesting. I wonder if I put that object on the wrong part. And over here, ducting outlet. Let's put it on the side. Ah, that's what I wanted originally. Or is it? Wait a second. No, that's not what I wanted. That's not going. Oh, no, that's weird. That's very weird. Hoping that this will snap in. It is not snapping where I wanted it to. Upside down, it does not like that. Right side up, it's just fine. That's alright. We can play around with some other pieces and see what else we can come up with. Alright, we are about at center. So let's do this all over again on this other side. Alright, we'll just keep that up. Oh shit. Finalize current design. I can't do that yet. Store design drill. Oh no, okay. Continue modifying. This might. Oh, okay, good. Good. Okay. I ended up with a. Don't need that. Okay. That's what I need. I'm still so used to. Here I go again. I'm still so used to how everything else, the menus on everything else works. And this throws me off. Now what I'm curious is why this is all green stating. Even though, oh, because that's the first thing that I really built. Maybe? I don't know. It's kind of odd. I think anyway. Wait. Haha, that did not go right. Oh, so see, this is where... Okay. So if it's doing a okay. It can either do this half step up, half step over, or it can do full step up, corner to corner. Okay. I thought something was off. Okay, now that's green stating. All right. Okay, we're almost up there with the other one. And one more to go. There. And like I said before, I'm just trying to build, you know, something weird maybe. I don't know if this is going to work. It might be a bust. But why not try something out of the ordinary? And so now with this glitch, the way it happened, instead of having a single line down the middle, we've got a double line. And so we've got those two habs together, and then we can add a couple more habs. Let's do Titan class. And then, so down here we've got the middle row. And then we can do, let's say Titan class. Like that. And then we can grab Speedbird, Speedbird fairing. We've got this little piece right here. That completes that rounded rear end part. And we can do some kind of thrusters. Like that. Kind of ridiculous. Looks like a butthole. We can do that. So there's lots of them. And then what do we got here? Oh, now here we can do, okay, this might be interesting. Just playing around. And we'll do that. Do the same thing on this side. Although I should probably just do it on one side so I can figure out whether or not I even like it. And what else do we need? Okay, we need to hop over here. And let's do upside down speedbird cowling. Is that gonna work? Let's just take it there and see what happens. And then you can come back, grab the Vesper diffuser. Oh. If it'll click into the right place, which it's not. Like it's either going, it needs to go right even with, oh, what the hell? Okay. Okay, let's try that again with the Vesper diffuser. Oh, it's because it's a half, it's a, of course, derp. It's a half a hab step forward. But let's, that should do that. Let's see if we can get that to work. Nope, it's still just wanting to snap to the side. Let's take that out. And then we'll do this and this. Oh, wait a minute. That's not gonna help that. Oh. Should go on this side. And grab that. Put that back in its place right there. Try this with the Vesper diffuser again. And it's, oh wait. It's going over there. But it does not like, wait, it keeps looking like it was about to go in there. Okay, this is one of the things, when you get into the glitching of these, it doesn't always go as planned, and it can be a real struggle to get the parts where you want them. Alright, just for kicks I'm going to see, nope, that's clicking in the exact same places. And it's usually pretty difficult to figure out why it's doing that. So it's clicking in over there, but not right next to it, like right there. It should be right there. And this is the exact same problem I was having on that last build. It wants to click in that direction. See, it wants to go that way. That's where this gets a little frustrating. And we might need to just try something different. This was all about experimenting and seeing what will work and what will not anyway. Okay, just remembered something that we could do. It might. So you see how this has all these different little connector points? That is, so if I pick this right here, drop that there, I can then grab this little hab and it snaps there, and it's a half a step forward of a small hab forward. And so that can have lots of effects on how you go forward. You can move things incrementally, which can get just the right look and get things moving and flowing the way that you envision it in your head. Like you just say you need to just extend that out a little bit more. You can do that, and then you can do the same thing off the back side. Or you can just put another one right there, and that too. There's a lot of things you can do with it. Just remember that when you do this, when they're doubled up like that, whether it be a half step or just completely overlaid in the opposite direction, which we did earlier, they're not going to be open, even with any kind of doorway. Like they will not be open because of the way that is functioning. So if I were to put that on the back, you get in halfway and it's closed off because there's that other hab unit. Their natural state is closed. It's only when they're connected end to end to another one that they open up. So their existing condition is closed. Alright, since that's not working, we might just try something different. Oops. There we go. Connected that back up. Alright. And then what do we have here? We can do that. And so we have that underbelly look. Now let's see if the Vesper diffuser will fit there. Yeah, check that out. That did what I wanted it to that time. Flip it back up. Okay. And then, okay, this is starting to come along better. Now we want the Speedbird diffuser because it fits that design a little better. Oh, but then that's not working exactly. Oh. Yeah, that works. I'm honestly surprised that that fit that way. I've not had success doing that very much. Okay. Is that what I did? Yeah, yeah. No. Oh wait, yeah, that's it. That's what I did. And then we've got that underneath, got that underneath. How's the rest of that looking? That works. Flip this around. Wish this was a little more straightforward. Wait, did I flip that upside down? Yes, I did. Okay. I did need it upside down. Derp. That's why. Okay. There we go. Alright, flip around. Just like that. Now, what did I have over here? Oh, I put the hab down. Okay. Alright. And then we can grab that part. And hopefully it'll work on this side as well. Yes. Shocking. Alright, but I think I need to make this a little more forward. And I might need to back some of this up. Delete that out. Okay. And now we grab that ducting outlet again. That put it in the right place. No, not quite. Huh. That's interesting. Stop doing that. Okay, I did not. I did not account for that. Okay. Let's see, what am I going to do about that? Might have reached an impasse with this. This is not working the way I had hoped. Huh. Okay. That's a larger puzzle. I mean, I could do that, but it's not going to look right. Let's see what happens anyway. All right, that's a shallower angle. That's a much steeper angle, and I don't think I like that. Alright, I think we're going to start over. Just going to delete all this. And I think we're going to try out another idea that I wanted to tinker around with, and that is trying to find a way to do some kind of UFO. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I just want to clean slate everything. Alright, I think we're going to do the same color though, because I dig that color. Like, these should also not just be whole steps over, but a half step over in each direction. Like, sometimes you want two habs going down the middle, sometimes you want one hab going down the middle. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Alright. Let's start off with I think it'd be best to start off like this. Titan class. It's going to be a lot of habs together. All right. Do that. The cool thing about doing stuff like this is it's a whole lot easier to hide your reactors and other stuff in here if you're using this many parts. And then this should be really a pain in the ass to fly. Be a giant pancake looking thing. But hey, we're just trying to have fun here. I'm always up for ridiculousness. Oh, I just thought of something. Okay. That's going to cause more part count, I think. Let's see here. All right, let's do this first. Let's finish this out. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm trying to do the basic shape, and my brain is wanting me to do some finishing work. Alright, so how do we do this? The obvious thought is running a bunch of these dome sections, but that doesn't cover what we do in the front. And that doesn't really do a full-on UFO shape, really. Tactic says, did you see my work in progress build of Star Raker? I did not. Thing is obscenely huge. It does not fit through the anomaly aperture. So good thing it's no clip. Yeah, good thing indeed. Alright, I mean this just gives like this diamond pattern a rounded edge. But does nothing for the end piece or the side pieces. Alright, is there something that we can do? Let's kick back some of this. I'm gonna focus on just like the back end of it, I think. See where that takes us. Is this the back end? Yeah, that's the back end. Okay. And we can maybe throw some stuff together and then see how it sort of pans out. Scales up, whether or not we can scale it up. That's really the big thing here is like we can do a small, probably do a fairly tiny UFO-like object. Okay. Oh, did I delete? Yeah, I had deleted the other two, I guess. Oh wait, no, there they are. Okay, so that makes, oops, that makes that the center. that out. That. All right. So one of the things I'm thinking might actually require something different than this. Oh, think. Okay. So what we're trying to do is create like a curvature, and we might achieve that just by kind of flipping parts around. Like this, I feel like we should be able to snap those in together. Like they should be able to overlap like that. I'm not sure why. I feel like I got it to do that by accident once, but like that part is overlapping, but not the midsection right there, this part right here. See, I want it to do that. But it's just not wanting to. Flip that around. Like that. That's an interesting... There we go. See, but it's still just kind of a rounded off square. It just looks like a... I don't know what it looks like. But not what I wanted it to. There we go. I mean, it's interesting, but it's not what I was going for. It just looks like a weird pillow. But let's continue on, because this is just about experimenting. Those out. Kind of vaguely looks turtle-like. There was a killer turtle. I've seen a couple of turtles at this point. There was one absolutely killer on Reddit. I don't know if any of you saw that, but it is so freaking cool. We need to be able to just like snap more parts. Okay. So I want this to sit here. Or what if we just did this? Now I think it's just looking like a big pillow. I mean, vaguely funny, but not quite what I'm going for. It's got nice rounded edges, but there's just no way to easily do a saucer shape. Unless I'm just going about it in the wrong way, which is entirely possible. The turt with the trees and such on its back. I don't know if I saw that one. The ones I saw were just legit straight up like sea turtles. One of them was a little stripped down, but it still looked really nice. It was obviously what it was. This just looks weird. I could play tic-tac-toe. No, we're not going to play tic-tac-toe. That's a terrible idea. Okay. Why is that? Those are all touching. Why is that being red stated? Bizarre. Glad you can finally delete these. What can we do? Anything interesting? Can I do anything interesting with this shape? I don't think so. We might start over again. This is going great. 2 for 2. 2 up, 2 down. Alright, how about I try something not so insane and just go with like just a full-on regular sort of ship. Need some habs. Okay, still... Oh, that could be interesting. Alright, let's... Titan class walkway. And here is where we will get into APG's reversing glitch. You can really do a stripped down version. You don't need to do this elaborate version. All you really need is all your just standard parts. Throw a cockpit on there, walkway, and you need that configuration. So you, what else? Reactor, you gotta have a reactor. Drop that there. And then we need some kind of weapon. And, oh, thrusters. So it doesn't have to be anything special. The important part is this configuration. These three and the one behind, underneath that top one. So those four. That's really the configuration that you really need. So now that we, up in the upper right corner, you can say it's open to ship finalization. So we can finalize that, compare, and we just want to add to the collection. And now we've got a monstrosity to work with. But we're going to modify that. So we're going to come back and delete all of this stuff because we don't really need it. Oh, wait, I forgot something. I forgot to add stairs. This is the most important part of this glitch. And I forgot it. Nope. There we go. So you gotta put it right. Is that right? Why does that look small? That's weird. It's glitching in really small. I wonder if they're playing with the code. And we're about to get not an update, but a patch. Alright, so that's up there. It's really weird and small, but it's up there. Okay. So we're going to come back here. And we're going to start fresh edits. Begin new modifications. So now, like I said before, come back, knock this stuff out, because that's not where we're eventually going to put all that stuff anyway. So now we can delete this. So you've got the stairs inside there connecting these two walkways. And what you're going to do is take that out, and you can rotate it now because of that stairwell, and you just put it back into place, and then you copy the one next to it, and it just flips around, so you have two green stated in one spot, and you can do that with all of these. Oops. And so what's useful about that is that some parts normally only place forward. So you've got this Medusa class reactor. Only places forward, no matter where you put it. You can't click the button and flip it around. But on this, you can flip it around now because it has one forward and one backward. And other parts that you would normally only be able to go forward or normally only be able to go backward, you can flip those around to both sides. And for example, let's do the Arcadia Heavy Booster. So this will only flip side to side. But if we drop it back here, we can now flip it around. And it gives us that look to it. I did this on one of my ships that I showed off at the very beginning of this stream. And it looks really cool. It doesn't interfere with how it flies. And I dig it. So like I said, that's one of many things that you can do with that glitch. Hey Shogunai, what's up? How you doing? I hope all is well with you. Alright, and maybe that's what I should have done when I was messing around with the UFO, but even like, because now it gets much easier to flip these around, and you can put two of them together. So we've got that vibe. Oh, let's go for that. Actually, that's kind of cool. That's got an interesting look to it. And you know, someone did a Klingon bird of prey, and this looks like it could almost vibe in that direction. That would be fun. Okay. Yeah, the bird of prey was just cool. Oh, you just started the expedition. I have not started it yet. Oh, so the other thing, knocking that off. I need to knock that off too. Okay, so if you remove the stairwell now, then you can come back, grab this, and green state in the reverse position, just like those other ones along the back. But what I have here is a double one, so there. So the whole, you can see that it will green state two of the large habs in reverse position too. So that's another, it doesn't add a lot of versatility, but there are things that you can do with that. And we just basic copy and paste everything. All right, and What do you think about... Okay, what about the Speedbird cowling? And, you know, we're just throwing stuff around. Oops, not that direction, I'm not. Hey, Major Snowdrop, good morning. You finished the expedition? Excellent, excellent. Fantastic. No, wait, we want to put a bunch of thrusters back here, I think. Ooh, the Arcadia aerofoil. What's that? It's not letting me add that in. If we did a hab up, or a little walkway up here. Oh, it doesn't center. I forgot it doesn't center on there. But what we can do, we can do that trick. Oh, while I'm at it, I'll show you this real quick. So we've got, do we have that one doubled up? There we go. Now it's doubled up. So this is another cool thing that you can do with that. This part right here. Let's go. Normally, you got this, and then you can do this. And that is fun. I've done that on a couple of ships so far. And you get that kind of thing going for you. Well, let's get back to this. All right, where is that arc foil? There, so we can do that. That I even might look better than this. Oh, yeah. But what are we going to do about this? That no longer matches. Okay, and why are you not doing the thing? Oh, there's two of them. Okay, it should snap a second one on there. There we go. See, you know, if we could just... Need to snap one right in the middle there. I swear I've gotten it in the middle before. Oh, wait. Okay, that's where that's going to come in. Okay. We're going to grab the rock hopper propeller module. And remember, it on one side it does this multi-tiered movement, multiple snap points. So what we want to do is delete that. Do that there. And then do the large hab. Okay, so that's the only thing about moving it incrementally that way. Okay, I think this still might work. There we go. Now we've got 3. And then we can go back, delete that out. And then delete that out. And we've got that. Alright, then we just needed to do the same thing for this side. And there probably was a way I could have done it without doing all this over again, but that's okay. You get to see one more time how it goes together. Really need to break that habit. Okay, now where were we? Oh yeah. Grab this. Grab another one. Do that. I took my time in the expedition so I could build a 100-part Corvette to smuggle more parts out. Oh, nice. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that ends up being what you would call scaffolding that just accomplishes a specific task, and then you get rid of it because it's no longer needed. Like that. Although, let's see, what part can we use? That would make sense. Huh. Would that make sense that way? And what about... Now we're running into that again. Sometimes it'll lock just fine on that side, on that wider piece that looks just like that piece right there. Sometimes it'll snap right on it, sometimes it just will not. There we go. Sometimes it needs an assist. And we just kind of look it over. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Just keep playing with it. One thing we can also do is ditch these. Oh, we're going to need something. We're going to need that. Flip that upside down, rotate it around. What else can we do? We can do a linkage or a light scaffold or a girder array. So that's something that you can play around with. That, and then that reconnects those parts together. I love the creativity this update unleashed. Don't love how if I pulse too fast my new ship spins. Yes, like they really need to fix that. It is so bad. I thought it was happening to me because I had like made the maneuverability just absolutely insane. But it turns out no, it was not me. It's just the game. It's happening to literally everyone. I'm going to try this going the opposite direction. So I think it'll look a little bit better. What? Oh, okay, that's that. And we just have to flip that around. Like so. This will be better moved over here. I think. Not really. That doesn't look great. But what if we do... I'm just like... just trying to think of what else. What else we can do here? Sometimes it's a really clear vision for what direction you can go in. Other times you're like, I don't even understand what's happening. Oh. There we go. That goes right through the walkway, but if we're getting rid of it just like we did on the other side, that's not really going to matter much. And these might need to go away. They're not coming together the way I thought they might. Come on. See, I need that, but up here. No. There we... No. There. Okay. All right. Sometimes it seems to be like the direction that you point the cursor in is the direction that it'll finally snap into the right place. Sometimes it feels like it'll work that way, sometimes it does not. But okay, not that one. I want that one. Why is that not sticking there? Probably because those wings are there, but I put the wings right around this one. I need to put some thrusters on the back end here. Oh, I need to get rid of that. That's why. Okay. So don't want to keep that, but we will keep this. And what should happen right here in the middle, I think. Something. Yeah, I really hope they do fix that. There's already been 2 patches and they haven't fixed it yet. Okay, what else? What do we want to do back here? I mean, this would be good for... That'd be good for the landing bay. So that's the other thing that you can do, is you can make these go the opposite direction when you're using this glitch. So you can have that. You can have 2 of them at the front. As long as you have it on there, it's not going to bother you with the crazy, won't let you finalize your design. So the trick is, okay, I do think I like this better now that we've reshaped things. So originally I preferred this, but I'm not liking it now. But the way they kind of meld into each other is really clean. Alright, like 4, we'll do, flip that upside down. Okay, that's not cooperating, so let's do this. There we go. I'm glad they don't cascade delete. That would be a nightmare right about now. Alright, now is this going to give me grief? I think it is. Alright, I'll do this over. Delete that. Occasionally you'll run into a thing where the order in which you do things is important to pay attention to. And so this would not go with that larger wing underneath next to it. But let's see. Oh, the other thing we might need is that. There we go. That's what we needed. There. Now check that out. Don't like that. Scoop that forward maybe. Alright, now we want to add some of those thrusters. Just want to see what this looks like. Another, okay, we've got that walkway in there, so it's, oh, that looks pretty dope. Okay, why, okay, did I forget to have on that side? Nope, it's got one on there. Okay, why are you not attaching to that? That walkway is your home. Don't you want to go to your home? See, that's all glitching right where it's supposed to. Oh. No. So, see? What the hell? It should be that direction. Right on that part. Okay. Alright, we've got that working, I think. Oh, right. Nope, that's right. Not sure what's going on here. Let's take these out. Did I accidentally delete? I must have. It is no longer doing the doubling thing except for right here. That one is. Let's try this again. Oh, okay, I can always bring it from up there if I need to. Alright, and I need to. So I'm just gonna do this. Alright, why are you... there's too many parts in that spot. Alright, so... Hate doing this, but sometimes you just gotta. Okay, that should allow me to double that one, but okay, I'm gonna have to delete that too. Sometimes, man, I tell you. Oh, hey, Andre, welcome in. I'm not big into green, but you've convinced me to make the metallic green chip. So this is the teal, the turquoise and teal. So the green is very green, but this I like even better. "9:20 a.m. there, just cooking my breakfast." Oh, nice. I hope it's a delicious breakfast that you enjoy thoroughly. I got woken up by a fire truck parked outside. They were responding to for a neighbor. Don't know what it's about. Yikes. Yikes, dude. I did not expect you to be up. That's for sure. Alright, so that got me that. And now let's see if I can do this. Now it fits in there. Man, that was such a pain. But that's unfortunately how it goes sometimes. Come on. Come on. There you go. Oh. There we go. Alright, that's looking alright. And now we grab these again because we wanted them up. Oh, now it's not connecting up there. Okay, there we go. That's what we want. Now we're talking. Alright, so up in the front we've got two ramps, one on either side. So that leaves us other things that we can do on the back end. Let's see where we can put this. Oh, that's kind of a cool detail. Sometimes snapping these around in different places looks pretty cool. Other times it's like, what the hell are you trying to do? Probably don't want that completely covering the intake. Wish it would fit right on that right there, but it's not gonna do that. That should not be there. All right, if you're in here hanging out and you don't mind smacking that like button, I sure would appreciate it. It does very much help me out. I'm on a very slow march to 300 subscribers. So if you like what I do and you want to see some more, it's usually just really chill builds, whether it be ships or bases. Do some exploring and lots of virtual photography. Oh, is that gonna hide in there? Okay, that's... Oh, there we go. I like being able to hide those just completely. Nice. Oh, I need reactors. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I dig that. Let's see if I can get this side to do the same thing. There we go. Yeah. All right. Oh, you know what? I don't need these habs because they're obstructed by all this other stuff. So I can put reactors there. And what do we have? That one's automatic recharging, pulse drive fuel efficiency, and launch cost minus 20%. Zenith, we've got warp cell efficiency, hyperdrive range. Oh, that's interesting, like halfway out. What does that look like? I don't know. Maybe? So what does the Zenith class reactor look tucked in there? Oh, nice. It'll tuck all the way in. Ah. Interesting. Okay, is that... Okay, that's a full step just up or down. And I think it's glitching around that ball. Huh. Okay, why will you not fit in there? Dude, the other one fit on... this has been happening all night. And with pretty much every build. There we go. Alright, we got that in there. In a good spot. I got woken up by a... Oh, wait, I already said that. I see you did not activate the extra pieces with the save editor. Not interested? Actually, I am very interested. I got really busy doing stuff. And then we had a friend come over, like surprise at the last minute. And we're not expecting company over, and that kind of Then I had to, do a few other things around the house, and I didn't have time to dig into it before I decided to do a stream. Okay, we've got... Ah, look at that. Green stated twice. So what else can I put in that spot? Why not just double them up? If it's not going to take any more room, why the hell not? Alright, deflector shield. No, that doesn't look right. Blocking the ducts. See, now it would be great to just snap it right on there, but it won't snap on the side of that reactor. Oh, but it will snap right there or there. You won't be able to see it, but that doesn't matter. Did that actually go? Trick is, will this do the same? And it's not. It's always this side. Alright, well, I can put it there. Okay, put that to match that. Even though it can't be seen, it's going to bug me, knowing that it's facing the wrong direction. Or what I think is the wrong direction. So it'd be great to just like snap this on the outside. But I got two of them in there, and so it's not really all that big of a deal. And I'd rather put windows in that spot. That's another thing they need to fix is the windows. This paneled window. Oh yeah, need to delete that. Paneled window. Like you can't see through it. There's a black flat bit that is keeping it from being transparent. Oh, whoa. Back window. What do I think about that? That could be interesting. Alright, we go ahead and delete that. And okay. So for some reason this is not displaying the bonuses for all of these. And they had original numbers, like I can't remember what they all were, but these all had numbers for maneuverability, and then only we got an update, and then only 3 of these had numbers for maneuverability, and they were all different than before. And now there's no numbers for any of these at all. That's kind of odd. What are the extra pieces? Which extra pieces are you talking about, Major Snowdrop? Okay, it's not hard. It's from the discovery window. All you do is select, click add. I'll send you a window capture on Discord. I know how to do it. I just didn't get around to it. I could do it. I could do it. Yeah, a couple of, so was it just the thrusters, or were the other objects in there too? Like were the other cockpits and stuff? Andre, which parts? Anything on the back? What do I want on the back end? Do I want a Medusa reactor back there? Oh, how come it's not going? It should go. Oh, interesting. Medusa reactors as the cowls for... Oh, that one won't spin around. That's not going to work. I mean... Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, the extra pieces from the save editor. There's like a thruster, there's a few other parts. Some stuff you might not want to add. Oh, is it because we don't know how well they're going to work with other parts? Or mess up your save kind of thing? Okay, what do we want to do? Is that how we want to do that? We want just one off the front. There are parts from the expedition and... Oh. Okay. Parts from the expedition that you don't want to add because they can mess you up. Okay. I think we might just stick this on the back like normal. Oh, I did not do this side. There we go. But the thrusters are pretty good to add for that though, right? Right? Okay. All right. And get rid of one of those. Oh, that was doing that. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. No, not there. Dang it. But I do want... There we go. That's... And we're doing that half step forward, or in this case backward glitch. And like that. And then what I want to do with that is oh yeah, it's over here. The radar dome. Okay, what? No, that's not... Alright. Need to delete that. Delete that. Don't do that. There we go. Radar dome. A radar dome. There we go. Wonder if I can get that dome to come down a half step. I bet you I can. Theoretically. Yeah, the piece for the Corvette is fine. The new pet robot that you will lose it if you act. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna try to save edit that robot. Not gonna do it. Alright, so I kind of like how this meshes in there a little bit, but I do want to try to get that saucer section one half step down. So I'm going to need to do one of those glitches. But that's going to move it forward too. Okay. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Okay, move that. Okay, so this is where we had it originally. You can put that there. Is that going to work great? Let's find out. Okay. There we go. And then copy that and drop it all the way down. Delete that. Delete that and that. And then you can see we got it halfway down, and it's halfway in between these two pieces. And that centers the radar dome in that spot. Then we can come back in here and let's see. We can delete that. And then we're gonna grab that one. No, well, yeah, that one. There. Okay. Ha ha ha. All right, why aren't you going? Don't tell me it's because, no. Oh, dude, don't even. And oh, dang, I got rid of that piece to glitch that back into place. Okay. And I might put the cockpit up here, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe? What about that cockpit? I don't know. I wonder if it's still accessible if I do this. That's kind of a neat merge. Although it might do better with the other one, with the Thunderbird class, because it doesn't... Whoa. Yeah, I don't know that that's going to be accessible, but we'll try it. And if you don't mind hitting that like button, I sure would appreciate that. If you haven't already. Ah, come on, dude. think I got rid of all of my double glitched parts, so I'm going to have to redo that again if I want to what does that look like? Nah. If I want to get this to work, which it is not working correctly right now. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I just hit this glitch by accident that happens, and I'm about to lose this whole build. I'm gonna lose this whole build because of this stupid fucking glitch. See, I don't have a build cursor right now, the little concentric squares. I don't have that. And it's because I hit an accidental sequence of buttons that killed it, and it's going to take me back to the last time I actually saved this ship, which was a long ass time ago, and I should have stopped periodically to save. This is what happens when you don't save. You get nabbed by this glitch. And like none of my buttons are working. Like I can move around the view a little bit here and there. None of the buttons on my controller are working. None of them are working on my keyboard except for the directional, zoom in and out to the left and right keys. My WASD, that's working just fine, but none of the other stuff. Escape is not working. None of my hotkeys. None of the F keys. Okay, that didn't do anything. Nope. Damn it. Yes, it is a thing, and you can accidentally get into it just because we're used to building the way we build it in a base, and you can hit the wrong button and then try to get back to where you were going, and every now and then it will be fine. Oh damn. Okay. I'll have the stream available so I can rewatch the stream and figure out where everything goes to redo this, but I am actually about to lose this. There was one time I recovered it, but I have no idea how I did it. Like I tried so many different things and so many different combinations of buttons that like even bringing up Windows didn't do it. Hitting the escape button doesn't do it. That just brings that up, which does nothing. I thought I had like gone into a different program or something. No. I'm gonna try a couple of different things and just see if we can get it working, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We're probably gonna lose it all. And it's almost 2 a.m. my time here, so it might be time to put it away anyway. Put my toys away. Let's bring up Discord. Bring up all these things. It's nothing doing. It's toast. I can rebuild it. I was starting to really like how it's coming together. Like the little saucer section dropped down to almost meet with these parts right here. Like, that's pretty cool. I like how that came out. Wouldn't hurt to try to merge it down even farther. I wonder what that, then the cockpit would not have a problem at all. So that's a possibility to sink that in. But I was really liking all of this and how everything is merged right in here. Like, that is pretty damn clean. It's not perfect by any stretch, but it's so clean. Maybe we'll finally get a patch for that soon, I hope, because, oh, that is infuriating. That's happened so many times. And I can't even bring up my options menu at all. I can click on that all day long and it's not coming up. So unfortunately, I don't even have one of my other ships here to try to do something with, but that's not going to happen. This was coming along pretty well. I love all this. I like that part right there sticking up. And all of the objects we were able to hide, doubling up on those reactors in that spot. Fantastic. Okay, so all I have to do is follow the stream while I am playing the game, and then I can rebuild this better than before. We have the technology, and I think that's what's going to do it for us tonight. Unfortunately, sorry it ended on such a downer. But, oh, hey, Depths. You are just in time for a glitch to happen to screw everything up, and I can't proceed. I'm gonna lose all of this. Because of this damn glitch. I can't exit to any menu at all. Nowhere, no how. But I certainly appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that. Greatly appreciated. On that march up to 300 subscribers. I'm in the low 200s right now. Any little bit helps. And again, thank you. I appreciate you. And save, save, save. You are so correct, Major Snowdrop. Save, save, save. Stop, save, so this doesn't happen to you. Hopefully I'll learn my lesson, but I don't know. I'm going to take a couple of shots of this before I head out anyway. Just just cause. Ah, it was so good. But anyway, that's me, Dashboard Devil. Until next time, bye for now.